What's going on, Hamilton? Matthew Green, Ward 3 City Councilor, and I have the privilege today to be interviewing Avi Lewis, who is actually, as irony would have it, will be interviewing me tomorrow.
We're turning the tables right off the top here.
We're flipping the script, and this is what I'm interested in. And
The Leap Manifesto.
Avi's amazing. Avi, tell us about the Leap Manifesto.
So the Leap Manifesto is a political manifesto that was launched last September in Toronto. It's a call for a Canada based on caring for the earth and each other. It's a manifesto of 15 demands that was launched out of a process of social movements from around the country. We had a meeting last May with 60 people from First Nations groups. We had labor unions there, we had environmental groups, we had anti-poverty groups, we had immigrant and refugee justice groups, and we all came together and said, hey, we're always fighting against cuts, we're always fighting against what's wrong. Let's give ourselves a chance to dream about what kind of country we want to live in. And so we articulated this vision of a Canada beyond fossil fuels, where the transition off fossil fuels is done in a way that benefits the people who have the worst deal in the old economy are the first in line for the benefits of the new economy. So we talk about, getting completely renewable in the next 20 years, which Canadian scientists and engineers have told us is possible for electricity, and that First Nations and marginalized communities who are living downstream from fossil fuel projects, or tar sands workers who are being abandoned by the richest industry, the oil and gas industry in the history of money, are first in line for the jobs in the next economy. And so all of the people who are currently working in the low carbon economy, healthcare, education, daycare, long-term care, they're the existing green workers, and the Leap Manifesto calls for a massive reinvestment in the social sectors, in the existing caregiving economy. So it's what we call climate justice. It's a transition off fossil fuels in a way that reminds us that dealing with the crisis of inequality and climate change is the best chance we're ever going to have to build a better world.
And Avi, you talked about the carbon economy. So what I'm hearing from you in the Leap Manifesto is a post-carbon economy that democratizes energy. Just tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, so we've also partnered with the Canadian Union of Postal Workers to do this proposal called Delivering Community Power, deliveringcommunitypower.ca. And this is a vision of using the existing postal network. There's 6,500 post offices across the country, twice as many as there are Tim Hortons, yes. Right? The biggest transportation and retail infrastructure in Canada. It's ours.
First Tim Hortons in Hamilton, by the way, and we have a postal banking motion coming to City Council soon.
So we still have the law on the books that allows for postal banking in Canada. We had postal banking until 1969. You could go into your post office and start a checking or a savings account to get small loans. The idea is to bring this back, bring back the idea of public interest banking. Screw the payday loan industry.
Did you hear that? Screw them. That's you too. All of you guys that are out there, we got you. We got you.
They're parasites preying on the poorest people in society. There are millions of Canadians who don't have access to a bank and to a bank account, but the post office has the power to have basic banking services. So we could use that power of postal banking to also make the post office a hub for the transition to energy democracy and a clean energy economy. You go to the post office, there's solar panels on the roof, there's electric charging station out front, charging, an electric van, made in Canada delivery van. There's a postal worker putting farm-to-table food in the back for local delivery. Postal workers could check in on the elderly, could deliver medicine and food and Canadian furniture or whatever else, but also through the power of finance in the post office's hands, the post office could fund or channel funding to green energy cooperatives in communities. Rural communities, remote communities, marginalized communities could be getting financing to put up solar and wind and geothermal installations where the revenue from the energy comes directly back to local communities to spend on local services.
Absolutely inspirational, transformational policy shift here. Avi, we've talked about this just briefly. We just met. Tomorrow he's going to be interviewing me today.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm interviewing you.
You're asking all the questions. I'm doing all the blabbing. This is wrong.
No, but this is what's amazing. So what's great about the Progress Summit is we have a chance to connect here. Avi, I want to right now personally invite you to Hamilton. I know so many people, 350.org, Environment Hamilton, Blue Dot Motion, everybody be very interested in this work.
Let's do a town hall conversation about the Leap Manifesto and what it would look like in Hamilton to do a just transition beyond fossil fuels.
So there it is, Hamilton. For everybody watching, this is Progress Summit 2016. I'm here with Avi Lewis and the Leap Manifesto. Thank you so much.
Great to meet you, man.
And I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
What a great way
One
to
more.
meet.
This is like Nardwar. This is where we just kind of pause it out. There it is. Thank you so much.